Hello and welcome everybody to the Trackalicious Sunday GT3 here at Kyalami. We're here in South Africa today. I'm joined in the booth by Dominic Smedra. Welcome, Dom, and thank you for being here.
Welcome. Yeah, absolutely. One of my favorite tracks. Love South Africa. They treat us really well. So,
absolutely.
Kyalami is a fun mix of a lot of different things that should make this a great race.
Yeah, I see that too, Tropical. I saw that on my end as well. Let's hope Twitch holds out. But welcome everybody in chat. Provolone, we saw Tropical first here tonight. Blisket, welcome. Welcome everybody. Hope you all having a great evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in this fine world. I'm doing excellent. We're here for a 90-minute race today at Kyalami. We're already in qualifying as it stands and laps being thrown down. We'll hop in there in a little bit. But just want to welcome everybody, of course, and say, of course, we have our events coming up. We'll just do a quick little brief touch-in of our calendar. Where'd the calendar go? Am I blind? Anyways,
guys in the truck. Always the guys in the truck.
There's the calendar. That's right. We can do it in game, of course. We'll do that when we get in game. Welcome, Malcobus. Welcome. And yes,
buddy Kevin Huffman in chat as well. Shout out to K Huff.
Sign up for the GT4 Rookie Series. But yes, I guess we can pop it up on the little mini.
I don't think that series has an issue with people signing up for anything. I don't believe so. I think the GT4 series is plenty full.
Ooh, Burnsy resists the urge to participate in Kyalami. Of course.
Oh, he loves some Kyalami. Of course, he'd be representing my racing team, the Yitcows Racing, Bentley, Lexus, Mercedes, one of the three. So we also have a Lambo too. Very, very lucrative team. Lots of money.
Definitely, lots and lots of money involved in
Tons
that
of
team.
money.
As we get ready here to head down into the booth, I think it might be on my end the bit of issues, but we'll see. I don't know if is everything all good on everyone's end so far as we hop into game here.
I am running stable.
Okay. Well, hopefully we are. I think everything looks good so far. I think I'm just being paranoid. So
probably a little combo of both.
Stream seems very delayed though. But Maka is horrible at this track, says Malcobus.
Yep. The McLaren is with how the McLaren likes to drive as far as high-speed corners and things like that. There's part of this track that it really likes, and then there's a lot of it that it doesn't. I think good cars around here are going to be the Porsche, the 992. The Lambo has been historically good here. I think we should see some really good battles between some of the guys driving those cars.
Yeah, as it stands, we have Fabiano De Janeiro on pole position. Some weird stuff going on my end. Oh man, I hope everything's all right. But what is going on? That was so weird. Anyways, we'll carry on for now. I mean, that's all we really can do.
Yeah, it's all up to the guys in the truck.
Yep.
De Janeiro, of course, the odd cars going out first this week. De Janeiro setting a 141.2, which is going to be probably the time to beat. I would think there might be a 140, maybe a 139 in some of these guys, but as of right now, as it stands, I think 141.2 is going to be really, really solid. Quinn Smith, a really, really solid race at Zandvoort yesterday in the 6-hour race using the McLaren, driving for one of the Trackalicious teams, finds himself in the Audi, definitely a different beast.
Yeah, of course.
P2 too.
In the number 46 Audi there, teammates with none other than Valentino Rossi.
Yeah, man, you got the doctor in your pit garage with you? Man, that's got to be some serious hype man energy in that garage there for Quinn Smith. I'm a little jealous, a little envious right now of Quinn.
Has a fiery Italian pushing him along, does the American. Vadik Odstitsev in P3 as it stands with a 143.6. Not quite up to the times we're seeing. Wait, 143. Excuse me, that was his last lap. 141.8. That sounds a lot more reasonable. Okay. I always thought that was a bit of a weird time to have for P3. But, yeah, Odstitsev here, who's been really showing some good pace lately. That number 63, he was driving, of course, last night in the 463 Fuchsia Competizione. He's been really enjoying the Lamborghini.
Yeah, he's, whether it be the first Evo he drove with in the Box 3 season championship, and then he performed pretty well in an older car, and he really, really loves that Lambo, and they've treated him well. So, and sticks it on a provisional P3 as it stands right now, but solid performance in that Evo 2 now.
Yeah, a bit of an error there into Sector 3 through the very, very famous Sector 3 that is here at Kyalami, through the Crocodiles into Cheetah and into Ingwe, the final corner. Very, very tight, tricky, not the tightest, but need to avoid a massive sausage curb on the inside and avoid going into the stratosphere. But definitely loads of incidents have been caused from that Sector 3, no doubt. And also,
I do love a good cheetah shunt. I won't lie to you. But the big thing for these guys is going to be rolling consistent laps. Is going to help us or help them win. Help us. I'm not racing. I'm in the booth.
And big thank you there to Zanizik and Salzi Gemalone. Salzi Gemalone. Thank you very much for follows. Apologies on the mispronunciations. You'll get that here a lot from me in particular.
Yeah, I try my phonetic alphabet, that's for sure.
We do both try. Let's not try to take anything away here. We both try our absolute hardest. It's just names are hard, everybody.
We did get Mike hooked on phonics for Christmas last year. It's still a work in progress, that's for sure.
Provolone redeeming a hydrate with his points. I know he has a few channel points to spare, that's for sure at this point. We'll take a look here at the McLaren. We heard it was very difficult to drive earlier. Well, Ricardo Rivera here. Let's take a look. How is it going to be for him currently? 5th position, not looking too bad. Enrique Baltasar as well in 7th position for the McLarens. Behind that, Kevin Yu in P13, a very fast driver as well, not quite up to the pace just yet, at least 1.5 seconds off the pole. Very tight time, very tight times throughout the entirety here. 2 seconds separating a lot, just about 2.5 for Chris Rise.
And a couple guys only separated by maybe a couple tenths here and there. Odstitsev and Cruz only separated by a little bit less than 2 tenths. And those are two cars that are very, very strong around Kyalami. You got Steven Tomazic bringing the 343 BMW out, the Big Brain Racing. He's currently sitting in P7. Good buddy of mine, so I'm rooting for him. And the BMW is an okay car. It is a 6 out of 10 around Kyalami. Speaking of BMWs and good friends of ours, we got the boss on the track tonight. Eric the Boss Gakassian sitting in P12 as it stands in that number 5 Track Delicious M4.
And oh, that's De Janeiro. Okay.
De Janeiro telling us to stop qualifying. Have a massive ACC outage.
Everybody stop the count here. De Janeiro's on pole. The German driver.
I did say that there was a 140 in him, and there he goes. Puts up a 140.7. It's a nice job there by De Janeiro.
Yeah, I was going to say, that name is not De Janeiro, is it? Because, wait, is it?
No. Is it Gennaro? Is it a hard G?
Yeah, it's got to be. It's German, right? Or are you...
German?
That's what the flag said. That's why I'm asking.
Oh.
Is the flag accurate of representation there? I'm just curious.
I mean, hey, man, if I said that...
You're Italian.
I'm Italian. All right.
With a German flag. Why do you have a
On your
German
car,
flag?
yeah.
But live in Germany. Ah, okay.
Oh.
Okay. Got it. Sounds good. So it is
So
going to be
both.
De Gennaro, more than likely, I think, being Italian. And it's going to be Fabiano as well. I think I'm...
Fabiano. We know another famous Fabiano that's very fast on 2 wheels, not on 4, however.
Yeah, unfortunately, no MotoGP this weekend. But yeah, Fabiano Quartararo, of course, the man you're talking about there. Man on 2 wheels, extremely rapid. Great rider. But no MotoGP this weekend, and no Formula One. I've been starved of motorsports this weekend. It's been absolutely ridiculous. Only 6 hours of... I actually missed IMSA, so I can't complain.
We had IMSA, we had IndyCar on Saturday. We did miss IndyCar with the 6 hour, but you had NASCAR today, watching New Zealander Shane Van Gisbergen take on Indianapolis, which was really cool.
Shane Van Gisbergen.
Yeah, Shane Van Gisbergen, Supercar legend. Speaking of legends, Dubé was sitting in P3, the Canadian getting knocked off by Porshakov, who was also a part of our 6 hour event yesterday. The 296 looking really solid right now around Kyalami.
Yeah, a car that rides extremely low to the ground here at Kyalami. A couple curbs, but you can see here a lot of this very flat. Need to avoid those curbs where it's necessary. Adstitsev with a full on-board lap. I'm going to take a guess. It's Burakovsky. Oh, he beat me to it, but yes, it is.
What a shocker.
His teammate, of course, in the Squadra Corsa Fuchsia competition.
Yeah, easy for Mike to say, folks.
Honestly, it is. I don't know why I struggled with it that time. I don't think I ever have. But here, coming into the S's, tips it in, trying to look for that grip. The car going to be understeering a little bit there for that Lamborghini. Coming up now to Sunset, braking once that podium board is slightly visible. Now barreling down the hill through the mine shaft into the crocodiles. Now very, very quick onto the curb on the inside. Short shift up into sec now towards Cheetah. Need to be very cautious. Get as close as you can to that yellow's curb, but not touch it. He gets a little glimpse of it, and it pops him into the air just slightly.
Let's see how the Ohio native fares.
Yes, as he comes onto the start-finish straight. It's a just slightly faster time for Burakovsky there. I think 142.9, actually slightly slower. 1/10 off the pace.
142.8, according to what I have here.
That's his fastest lap. Last lap.
Oh, that's his fastest.
No improvement this lap.
Guys in the truck are screwing me up. But now, of course, we have the even cars out there. Ali Raza, I'm noticing this. Interesting car choice. Of course, he was in the McLaren yesterday in the 6 hour. Now he's in the Lamborghini Evo, the Huracan Evo 2. I think he knows that it's pretty good around here, so we'll see how he does. I don't believe he was at Silverstone. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Ali Raza?
Yeah.
That's a great question. The guys in the truck will, in fact, get back to you on that one. And actually, I think they have gotten back to you already, and no, he was not.
Yeah, definitely a nice surprise there. One of the main Trackalicious drivers for the endurance team, and very, very rapid, but currently sits P4 to fellow Trackalicious endurance driver Quinn Smith in P3.
Yeah, Quinn Smith, like you were saying you were saying earlier, just doing an amazing job yesterday for the Trackalicious team. Wanted to give him some credit where credit's due. He had a couple bumps and bangs, but that's no fault in a 6 hour race. I know, Dom, you had a couple of those as well. Of course, you were a driver.
I was not in the
6
car.
hour.
I wasn't in the car when we had the bumps and bangs. I had for the record, to show Eric, to prove to Eric, I had no off tracks and I had no incidents. I didn't punch it off the track. I didn't punt anybody. I was a very clean driver through that entire race. So just a big select finger to some haters out there.
Fair enough. You just bottomed out on a curb one time, sent it off into the wall, but almost.
That wasn't me.
Oh, that's right. That wasn't you. But wait, did you repair in your pit stop? Because you had damage in your stint. Was that just visible?
Yeah, I think it was a visual glitch because I
Okay.
didn't have damage.
You get away with it this
I got
time.
bumped into at one point. Well, we're not here about me. We're not here about me. As much as I want to make this stream about me, we got no blue sucks reports. Hey, I love seeing no blue sucks reports. Not even a racing incident. But again, I digress. It's not about me. I'm watching currently from the sky the Goodyear helicopter here. Casey Schutte in his very, very cool Aston Martin, another car that can perform really, really well here. That has been bopped a little bit in the overall scheme of things. Not a meta vehicle anymore, but man, he's got a really cool machine. I like that.
Yeah, no, that's a very patriotic. As he invalidates there, unfortunately, a very patriotic British car, but it's patriotic towards the Americans. Well, it's a British car.
Oh yes.
But you know, it's got the American flag on it, so Casey Schutte conflicted with his choices. Let's just put it that way. But there, of course, there are no American GT3 cars, are there?
I think that's got to be airplane themed? Question mark?
Yeah, it has the. Yeah. I think so. It has the stripes on the side, on the back, the rear side panel. What do you want to call those? The wheel wells, I suppose, on the rear.
Fender?
Yeah.
Oh, provolone. It ain't easy being cheesy, and it's not easy being cheesy, especially when you're in the grass. As we take a look from the Goodyear helicopter view here, he doesn't catch Cheetah. Oh, no, that was another Audi that was in the sand there. Unconfirmed, car number 76. But so far, Ali Raza is our second fastest even number. Porshakov coming in P2, setting a 141.0. Of course, Porshakov also a part of the 6 hour yesterday. So we got some busy drivers today.
Yeah, Porshakov had a couple scrapes in the 6 hour, if I do recall, but he ended up finishing fairly well.
He was right in front of me for one of them. He had a pace differential, and I let him go. I was like, nope, not going to hold you up, buddy. Have a good one. You go get him, Tiger.
We also saw there Danny Medrano, another name that I'm not too familiar with in the track leadership community, but new to the 6 hour. Raced in that yesterday as well, and did an excellent job, did Danny Medrano, might we add.
I believe he's part of the
battles.
I think he's a part of Rocky's team as well, the Rockefeller Racing guys.
Of course, Rocky Rocco that owns Rockefeller Racing. Unfortunately,
is he in here today?
No, I don't see him out on track tonight. I do not see the Rocky Rocco Rockefeller Racing Ferrari out there. No, I do not.
Did anyone give him the password, folks?
Oh, nobody's going to get that joke.
Nope, just Eric and us. Just Eric and us. And everybody in the Track Delicious Discord. But
yeah.
Casey Schutte, I'm flying atop him right now. And... Yo, that's invalid. That's
no, he keeps it valid.
Lap.
Keeps it valid.
No.
We're still valid, but I don't think we're gonna have we're actually up on the time still. Casey Schutte is going to improve. It's a
dipped it.
He improves by
Look at that top 10
positions when he improved 1/10. Holy
nice
smokes!
Job.
Look at how tight that field is from P9 all the way down to P15. There's a 10 separating them.
That's what we saw at Silverstone too. Now these guys got to remember, there's 90 minutes. It's an hour and a half, so you got a lot of time to work with. It's not your normal 30 minute, 45 minute kind of deal. They've got some time to work with, and races are lost a lot of the time on T1, and they can be lost a lot of the time on T1 as well. So let's go meet our drivers, shall we?
Yes, indeed. As we get in here, taking a look at our P1 starters, I take a quick little sip of hydration before we get into it, as Steven has redeemed one earlier. And we use that at a strategic time. Yeah, starting in P1. This is going to be none other here than the German/Italian driver, driving the Italian car of Fabiano De Gennaro in P1. It's going to be a Ferrari front row lockout. Andrei Porshakov in P2 in the 696. Quinn Smith lining up in third in the 999 Audi next to Ali Raza. Going to be fourth fastest there in the Lamborghini. Christian Dubé will be in P5 next to Ricardo Rivera in P6. Next to him, of course, Vadik Adstitsiev in P7. And in P8 would be Matt Arteem. Next to him, Casey Schutte, the 444 Reckless Racing, patriotic British car there. Of course, patriotic towards the Americans. We'll go over that multiple times. I love it. Jelson Cruz, 777, going to be cruising along here to round out our top 10. Drew Burakovsky, 11th fastest in the Squadra Corsa Fuchsia competition livery. As I was been corrected. Steven Tomazic, 12th fastest in the Big Brain Racing Solo. Henrique Baltazar in the Pigeon Racing will be 13th. Lucky number 13 there for Henrique. Sergei Krasnov in P14. Jace Wright, 15th fastest next to Jason Provolone in P16. Driving a Ferrari this time around. Darren Thomas, 17th fastest in the BMW. Next to him, Professor Kronotis, 18th fastest in the number 42 there, the tracky Ferrari. Of course, Danny Madrino, 19th fastest. We saw his lap at the end there in the DM Lamborghini. Eric the Bosca Koss rounding out our top 20. Kevin Yu will be 21st fastest next to Ricky Scott in P22. Kaio Jr., 23rd fastest. Will Campbell will be lining up in 24th. And Armen Gazarian, thank you, Eric, for going to come back and correct me on that one later. In P25, Mike Burkov, 26th fastest, next to John Smith in 27th. 28th fastest belongs to Ronaldo Velasquez. Next to him, Christopher Moller in P29. Top 30 now in Stephen Poe, Richard Harknett in 31st, Shane Busquet 32nd, Ramsey Collinley in 33rd, Devin Anthony 34th in the Rockefeller Racing, next to Chris Rise 35th, Mike Patrick in 36th, Benjamin Biddulph 37th, Juan Alvarez 38th, and Steve Roget in P39.
39 drivers. 39 drivers. Love seeing the list of names of guys. I love seeing people I know and have had conversations with, that I've raced with before. It's awesome. Mike Patrick, Chris Rise. I love the return of Moller in the 990 M4. I believe he was in an Audi last season, or a Ferrari. It might have been in the 296, one of those cars. So it's cool to see this field so packed, and it should be a lot of fun. I have a sneaking suspicion, as you were talking about at the end of qualifying there, the battles between P9 and P15, I think we may even see all the way down into P19 that is going to be as Chef Boyardee level of spicy. And it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, of course, our Italian driver here going to be providing that action in P1. Going to be whipping those raviolis up nicely, as we have as well Andrea Porshakov in P2. As we said before, Ferrari front row lockout. The Ferrari looking very strong here with an Audi in third. Very interesting. Also, big welcome there. Niles Leroy Brown Schleter in chat. We have I hydrate as well. That I already hydrated. Where did it go? It disappeared.
A name I have not seen in a minute. Niall Leroy Brown Schleter. Big bad Leroy Brown. Love to see it. Hopefully you're doing well, buddy.
Supporting Steven Tomazic, I'm assuming. I'm not sure which Steve.
Yeah, there's a couple Steves
recovering
out here.
From surgery.
Yeah, I believe back or knee surgery, more than likely.
Of course, here, as we have at Kyalami, talking about a little bit here, the track, a awesome, amazing, once again, my top 3 favorite tracks. Dom, like he said, his favorite track, as this track is just absolutely action-packed.
This is the track where we met, Mike.
It is the track that Dom had his commentary debut on as well, at this point, with Trackalicious. And it is a lovely 2.8-mile track founded back in 1961, the current layout that we use here for GT racing back in 2016. It's located in Kyalami, South Africa, named after its, well, hometown. 15 corners. We have 6 to the right, 9 to the left, with 25 meters of elevation change, most of that happening about Sector 2, Sector 3, and the straight is actually about 1 kilometer long. Yeah,
and that elevation change, talking about the downhill section of, or I guess you go up and then down, and Mineshaft can provide us some just stellar battling opportunities, and that hairpin up there at the top of the hill will be an action zone, I think, besides maybe like T1. I think we're going to see some sends here.
Yeah, absolutely. As the drivers here lining up 2x2 Noah's Ark formation, coming down the start, finish straight now as we get ready to go green here at Kyalami. It's a bit of a later start. But yes, I'm Mike Noss in the booth, joined by Dominic Smedra. We have Fabiano De Gennaro on pole position. Next to him is going to be Andrea Porshikov, and we are green here at Kyalami, heading now down into T1 and then the, well, actual action into T2. Of course, turn 2 going to be Crowthorne. The driver's looking, oh my goodness, this is going to be a hot one. We're going 3 wide, and it's going to be some bumping and banging into Crowthorne as we go side by side. 3 wide from behind as well. Vadik Odstitsiev, and there's a car around. That's going to be the Lamborghini. Oh my goodness, there's chaos and carnage. Cars are off. There's a bit of a pile up from behind, but it seems like we're green here mostly. Still cars side by side. Metter team making up some ground here, battling with Jelson Cruz. We also have Jace Wright making up side by side here with a McLaren. I think that's Henrique Baltazar up at the front. Quinn Smith is now up into P2. Andrea Porshikov, I missed that. Unfortunately, Andrea Porshikov falling down the grid from Christian Dubé. Dubé up into 4th. Next to him, Casey Schutte, or rather behind him, Casey Schutte looking to potentially make a charge. But my goodness, what a first lap, Dom.
Yeah, T1, I'll let you take a breather, Mike. That was quite a bit of action, but you know, T1 breeds incidences here at Kyalami. My guess is that it's just because it's so wide that people think that they have a little bit more room than they actually do. But yeah, guys are definitely going to be having to battle back from where they started. Unfortunate for, I believe that was the Fuchsia of Burakovsky or Odstitsiev. That it was Odstitsiev that got spun around there, and I was on board with a Mercedes. And I was on board with Casey Schutte as well in the Aston Martin. And the send from Jelson Cruz down into T1, it was a bold move. It stuck. So, I mean, you can't blame him. But it was a little bit of a send for sure.
Eric Gagosian caught up in some action here. That's the boss out there on track, getting some bumping and banging with Ricky Scott, I think that is. Or no, that's the Porsche, Mike Burkhoff. That's Mike Burkhoff in the Porsche, excuse me.
Yeah, Mike Burkhoff, not afraid to bump bumpers.
Oh my goodness, Mike Burkhoff's going to be under, or Ricky Scott's going to be under threat now from behind. Eric Gagosian having to go on the attack into the second corner there to basically go on the defense. He's going to be side by side still, though. Mike Burkhoff and Eric, they're massive amounts of respect. You can see the amount of space they're leaving for each other. And side by side from behind as well, that's Kyo Jr. and Will Campbell having a bit of fun with each other as well, but Eric Gagosian is still ahead, and Kyo Jr. is as well. Nothing changes for now. Armen Garizian, I'm so sorry, Armen. The Armenian driver, of course, trying to catch up with his fellow Armenian brother, Eric Gagosian here.
Yeah, I know Odstitsiev battling it out right now with Chronotis. Odstitsiev a little bit on a fire run after getting spun around early at T1, so not terribly happy in the position that he's in, so he's taking positions by force. He left Chrono absolutely no chance to fight back and is pushing away. He's about 1.5 seconds away from his next intended target in Jason Provolone. But man, we guessed it. We're going to get some really good battles between all these guys right now that are in this mid-pack, if you will.
As we see here, this is Zane Bliskett currently under threat from Mike Patrick. Mike Patrick backing out as Zane Bliskett goes on the charge. Kevin Yu going to get swamped there by 2 different cars. It's 2 for 1. Kevin Yu, though, with a switchback defense, and he manages to hold on for now. But Mike Patrick is going to be firmly on the charge. It's going to be Ferrari on McLaren, and was there contact there? I think there might have been. And that's going to be Kevin Yu off into the gravel.
That was self-inflicted. I think he clipped Cheetah, and it shunted him. And we talked about it in qualifying. We talked about it in the pre-race show. Cheetah is merciless. It does not care what car you're driving. It will send you. Looking at the battle between the 613 of Darren Thomas and Henrique Baltazar, going to get nice and spicy here as they go into sunset.
We also have here Richard Harknett in the Odyssey Racing League AMG chasing down Mike Patrick now after Mike Patrick managed to get that done. Ollie Raza as well, after falling down the grid, and not just falling, but rolling down like it was a grade, I don't know, what's a high, like a 15% grade hill, tumbling down at basically light speed there, avalanching
Well, I
down.
mean, he's going to enjoy the challenge of having to crawl back up. Raza's got some serious pace to get back to where he was. So we'll see him climb up. 30th now. We'll keep the receipt here and see where he's at later in the race.
Our biggest loser currently is Ollie Raza, and both Ricardo Rivera and Ollie Raza 26 positions down. We see a drive-through penalty picked up for Stephen Poe. Ollie Raza now no longer our biggest loser. That is now Ricardo Rivera.
Out of position for Stephen Poe at the start. Jumped the starting gun essentially. So a little rough there. Medrano moving up past Kravtsov. Oh, and Chrono. Did Chrono bite Cheetah here? Oh, big contact. Again, but I hit the wrong button. Oh, God, no.
Chronotis is facing the wrong way, it seems.
Well, Chrono did bite Cheetah, or Cheetah bit him, I should say. Then he bumped into a BMW.
You see Ramsey Connolly looking to make it side by side with Benjamin Biddulph. What's going to happen here as we head into the second corner? Biddulph on the inside. He's going to have the advantage coming into Crowthorne. He's going to go late on the brakes, and it's going to be, oh my goodness, there's going to be a car approaching here. It's going to be Danny Medrano. Danny Medrano had a bit of an off, unfortunately. Go back and check that out really quick. Oh my goodness, that's
one
more
of those
than an off.
tracks. Oh, this is kind of one of those tracks that I wish we had safety cars in ACC. So that way we could jumble the pack back up, but then it's also one of the times where I'm glad we don't, because safety cars breed safety cars, as the famous line goes. Mike Patrick getting past Bliskett. Bliskett shifting manufacturers from the NSX into the Aston Martin Red Bull car. Mike Patrick in the 296.
And energy being thrown the way there of Benjamin Biddulph. I think unfortunately we had a disconnect.
And
also
Ollie
wanted to give a quick little shout out, sorry to interrupt there, but John Smith here in the heart of racing. Whoa, with a send onto Molaire. What an overtake.
So there was a note in the driver's briefing about sending it more than 3 car lengths back. We might have to get the tape measure out for that one. I think that one was about 2.5. That was pretty nuts.
Regardless of how far back it was, that was clean from John Smith. And John Smith coming off of a solo 6-hour yesterday.
I was curious about that. Alvarez, the 135 Audi, I think he got bit by Cheetah. He may have had an incident previously. Currently sitting in P38. Yep, shunted at Cheetah. Stayed off the track. Didn't proceed to run into anybody else's cars. Mike Patrick's just a little bit behind Chris Rise here. The Colorado Springs native of Chris Rise is probably getting a little sweaty as that 296 chases him down.
Yeah, we also have a battle heating up here for P2 potentially. Porshakov with the fastest lap being set and on the charge on Quinn Smith, right on his diffuser here, coming into the third corner now as we can hop on board with Andre, the RTG. And we're not in the third corner, excuse me, I was looking at the bottom of the chart. We're coming through Mineshaft now into the Crocodiles. It's going to be a nice tight apex onto that curb. Much better there for Porshakov than Quinn Smith. Let's see here now, Cheetah, where you can make or break it. We've seen how sharp the Cheetah's claws can be. Not here, though. Porshakov.
We saw another Ferrari go way off
That was our leader, actually, of Fabiano. Fabiano, in fact. Now involved in this battle and under pressure. This might be a move into T1, actually, from Quinn Smith. This is less than a gap. Goes defensive onto the inside. Quinn Smith has the outside line. He's going to have to try to carry the speed. Goes to the switchback. Doesn't
that outside
have the
turns
line,
inside.
And
there
it does, but it's going to turn to the outside quickly again, though, as Quinn Smith.
Let's see if he can tuck in right behind him.
Oh, but he's going for
contact?
it. Into the S's here. You cannot go side by side into the S's, so something is going to have to give here. And we're not into the S's yet. We're into Sunset, excuse me.
Yes, yeah, this is Sunset, and Quinn Smith really, really wanting this. forced his way into that inside position. And he does it! He gets it done!
Oh, bumping and banging there from the Italian driver as well as they go through onto the S's now, and it's going to be De Janeiro in front as it stands of Porshikov. Porshikov, though, trying to capitalize on the mistake there of Fabiano, and it's going to have to be an around the outside pass here at the top of the track at Le Cop.
Going back down the hill of mine. It's a weird little double, almost double apex style, but let's see who's got more speed coming down mine shaft and then into the crocodile corner, and let's see who's brave enough to take Cheetah a little bit more aggressive. They got to be a little salty that Quinn Smith was able to just shoehorn himself into that P1 position, but man, what a run by Quinn Smith to get himself into that P1. Of course, car number 999 with the 46 on his car, but you got to think Valentino Rossi would be pretty proud of that send there.
We see the 63 here all over the diffuser there of Henrique Baltazar. That's some Brazilian, or no, excuse me, that's, Henrique there trying to get the job done onto Gelson Cruz in the big brain, or that's Steven Tomazic, Gelson Cruz in the pits, taking his pit stop.
And it's Stitsiev definitely gunning again, driving with a chip on his shoulder right now, as he's going to maybe see some inside room. Steven Tomazic doing a good job of backing this pack up and making them run at his pace and having to come to him. So we'll see that 343 BMW fares, as he's now got 3 contestants behind him. Could be a 4th if that Provolone car ends up getting any closer. Excuse me, if the Krasnov car gets any closer.
Yeah, no doubt. And also Jeremy Covage, quite thankful they didn't race this track. Jeremy, you don't like Kyalami? That is almost a sin.
It's okay to have wrong opinions, but that one's probably the worst.
And
Mike Burkhoff
Vimo Jar, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce that. Thank you very much for the raid. Thank you. I hope you had a great stream. Vimo Zar, excuse me. The 18
Zahar.
Viewer party raid, Zahar. I apologize on the mispronunciations. Viewers that are joining us, welcome. You'll come to learn. I'm Mike Noss, joined by Dominic Smedger in the booth. You'll come to learn pronunciation is not our strong suit here, but we try our absolute best. And we are currently watching the 90-minute race here of the Sunday series. This is our GT3 series. Quinn Smith leading the way currently after just stealing it from Fabiano here after making the slightest bit of a mistake. Fabiano, though, putting in the fastest lap now on the charge again. Maybe he wants to retake that
big
position.
Off by Ali Raza.
As well, Steven Tomazic here side by side currently. I'll let you cover that here in a second. But yes, Vadik Stitsiev, that's Stitsiev there on the outside. And it's going to get held up there by the big brain car slightly. The McLaren washes wide onto the outside. A little bit of understeer there for him as they go nip and tuck again in through the first sector. Constantining massively, and this battle is extremely tight.
Whoa, big off there by Steven Tomazic. He's going to have to... The game's got to get given up eventually by Tomazic here. Big brain. He's making that BMW as big as possible. That is for sure. Running Baltazar a little wide, and he's just going to tuck along the outside. He recognizes the pace differential, and he thinks he can take on Provolone here. Let's see. I think that battle would be a little bit more to Steven's advantage rather than just trying to slow up these two. Enrique Baltazar and Stitsiev falling down the order after some early action. But yeah, I was talking about Ali Raza. Gets sent, not by the cheetah curb, but by the curb right after it. Loses a little bit of control. And that Lamborghini Evo 2 is not having a good time as it stands right now. He's probably pretty frustrated.
And there we see the Puerto Rican driver dispatching the American of Chris Rise there. Chris Rise in the Porsche with no response as it stands. And as you were saying, Ali Raza trying to now get that job done. Eric the Boss Coslo side by side with Ramsey Connolly. Also, big thank you to Overlord for the follow. Much appreciated. And Farmer, yes, what happened to the grid? We minimized the HUD there so we can see the relatives and the gaps separating the cars, which only collapses. We have 37 drivers as it stands out on track. So plenty of drivers to go around for right now.
Wow. Steven Tomazic, big off at Cheetah. Didn't get hit by the Cheetah curb. Again, dipped into that, taking a little too cautiously and dipped into that that gravel patch and narrowly missed the Krasnov Audi vehicle. That would have been quite a spectacular run. Look at this De Gennaro run right here. He's 2/10 away from Quinn Smith as it stands right now. Absolutely hunting him down. One little off, and it's all over for Quinn Smith. He's got to run a perfect lap with these two guys right behind you. Porshikov's dropped down to about a second away from the top two.
Yeah, and also, Farmer, thank you. Excited to join this. If you are also not only just interested in joining this stream and you are interested in joining this league, it is available for sign up as it stands. I'll tell you, Sim Grid in chat there. You can find the, wait, did I mistype it? Grid, why didn't it work?
Simgird.
Oh, whoops.
Simgird. Good old Simgird, guys.
If I could type it properly, there we are. We can see that the signups are available over there. Of course, we are watching right now the GT3 Sunday Series. It starts at 8:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific, and we have our race 2 currently. That's on August 13th, obviously. Race 3 will be Barcelona de Catalunya, an amazing test track that's also very, very exciting. Tight action, lots of overtaking opportunities, and a nice long straight as well. It's going to be August 20th, a 30-40 doubleheader. Of course, also we have our Saturday Road to the Grand Finals. If you're looking for a team for that, this is of course a team 6-hour race. You will be able to find on Discord, which I can also type. If I can type it, there we go, type a little bit slower. You can find on Discord the teams channel where you can find teammates that are looking for other teammates, and also people ready to participate in that league. GT3, GT4 mixed class on Thursdays. That's going to be next at Valencia, August 17th. And newly, we have our rookie series. So if these leagues, maybe you're newer to sim racing, or coming back to sim racing potentially, and looking to have a nice, easy, not so competitive league, but just more of a fun learning experience league, we have our rookie league, which isn't on this calendar, but that will be starting up here on August 21st. That's going to be at 8:30 as well. And yeah, Watkins Glen will be our round 1 there. Of course, that's our rookie series, one of the most popular out there that already has 31 signups, and it was announced, I think, yesterday or today.
Yeah, it doesn't need an introduction.
No, but
it does not need any marketing to get people to sign up. It is quite popular, and it's a ton of fun, to be totally honest. I've raced in it, I've broadcasted it with Mike as well. It's a blast. It's just a good learning experience, and it's just fun to do something different. Ricardo Rivera taking over Kyle Jr., battling his way back up to 18th. He's been on a tear since we went to commercial break, if you will. But Ali Raza also trying to battle back. Mike Burkhoff has been steadily chipping away at Scott in that 84 McLaren. Battles all over the grid right now, and our leaders are only separated by less than a second. So, woof. T-Farmer, you're in for something fun, that's for sure.
As we just have to do a quick little live settings change because I can't see anything anymore. As yesterday, of course, the 6-hour race goes to 10 o'clock, and it's still daytime at 10 o'clock, but here at 7:30, it's pitch freaking black. Now it is not.
The southern hemisphere, it's the opposite side of the world. Yeah, I did notice that in the Nürburgring, or the Zandvoort race, it was still pretty light outside, so...
Danny Madrano there taking a bit of a joker lap off into the grass, extending his time and losing a few positions as a result. Definitely going to be wanting to make those up. Thank you, Vimo, for the follow. Vimo Czar. And thank you for the raid. Also, big thank you to Denio25 for the raid on to Vimo, who raided us simultaneously, so thank you. A bunch of raidception. Ramu, thank you. Ramuri, thank you for the follow as well. You guys are awesome. Appreciate the support here at Trackalicious. We love you guys. We love you guys beyond words, honestly. Thank you so much for contributing and well, being a part of this super exciting action that we're just so passionate for.
Yeah, and the guys, the drivers are putting on a wonderful show for everybody watching tonight. De Gennaro and Porsche were able to overtake Quinn Smith. I missed it. but we both did. But now Quinn Smith, it is back to our starting order of De Gennaro in P1, Porshikov in P2, and Quinn Smith in P3. I think Quinn Smith is just trying to maybe save that car a little bit for later, but Porshikov not saving anything. He's less than a couple tenths away from De Gennaro.
Yeah, for sure. As these drivers, let's do a quick little rundown here of our top 10. Fabiano De Gennaro here in P1, under threat here from Porshikov from behind. Porshikov in P2, Quinn Smith third, Christian Dubé in fourth, Drew Burakovsky fifth, Matt Artim in sixth, Jace Wright seventh, Henrique Baltazar going to be in eighth position in the Pigeon Racing, Vedika Stitsiev in ninth, and Provolone in 10th. Of course, the fan favorite out there, Provolone, just squeaking into
Twitter
the top
account. 10. Yeah, it's Sargento sponsorship inbound for Jason Provolone. Has done a good job to get himself into P10. He's just got to hold on to it. He's battled away to Mazik and the likes of Burkhoff, but he's got to maintain that P10, and the Twitter fans will go nuts.
Of course, Twitter fan base.
But Chris Rise was one of our first hitters.
It's not Twitter anymore.
Sorry, X. Yes.
Hit him up on X, guys. Is it?
Yes,
what's it called?
X. It's called X. X.com.
That's it?
Yeah, but it's Twitter, dude. Don't BS me.
literally-
Stephen Poe, if the drive-through wasn't enough, gets spun around and now sits in P34. Chris Rise in P35 after pitting. Medrano just got a bit of a spin. Let's take a look and see what happened here. He's got a little front-end damage to the car, probably not helping the aero factor, and clips Cheetah.
And Jelson Cruz with a bit of an update on his end. He had a bit of a steering rod failure in the car and ended up shearing basically right at the wheel, unfortunately, and that he lost complete control. His pedals turned off as well, had a brake-by-wire issue. All of the electronics shut off in the car. It's absolutely incredible. Jelson Cruz with just some very unfortunate technical difficulties and catching Matt Artim, as well as a couple other drivers in an incident.
Gotta say, Matt Artim probably forgot about it because he's currently running in a top 10 spot in P6. So, hey, more power to you, and, you know, God love your mechanics, man. They've got some work cut out for them before we head to Barcelona next week. So, get the car back in the garage and do more. Technical failures happen. It's part of racing. Mike Burkhoff, no technical failures here. He knows what he's doing. P14 looking for P13 as Scott in the 84 McLaren, they go down mine shaft. Burkhoff's looking down the inside. Looks like he's going to get it done. Making it look a little too easy. Scott's going to come back on the inside. Nope, nothing's there. No switchback.
I hear a car off in Cheetah.
Yep.
Let's go back and take a look at that. Why don't we get a full onboard experience here of what it's like to clobber the Cheetah curve for anyone who cares. What happened to Armin as well? Was that on the rejoin?
Kazarian got taken out as well.
Oof.
And there it is.
Nothing you can do.
Yeah, you're a passenger. Nice job holding the brakes. I don't think we're going to catch the Kazarian incident too, but I think he was caught up in the dust cloud that Krasnov pulled up and just got wowed and wanted to go experience Cheetah for himself, I think.
The Brazilian driver of Caio Jr. with a wounded front end of that BMW trying to go on the charge here. Where did they end up starting? They started in P23, up 4 positions actually as it stands, so looking to make the ground up despite the cosmetic damage. Is but a scratch here as Caio Jr. trying to make the move on to Armin. But Armin a little too good on the defense for right now and a bit too far ahead as well.
Yeah, gotta chalk it up to Vico Stitsiev in the 63 Fuchsia Lambo. He's made it all the way back up from P9 or to P9 from, I believe he was down into the 30s at one point in time. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember where he ended up, but he ended up pretty low after a T1 incident. So he and Henrique Baltazar are going to come together here pretty soon, unless Cheetah has something to say about it as they go through that section right now.
Oh my goodness, why did you say anything?
I am an absolute jinx. Commentator's curse.
Duh.
Exclamation mark curse in the chat. I would just like to say I called it. Also, Ricardo Rivera and Velasquez get
my
tangled up in
goodness.
each other.
Okay, so you ended Adstitsiev's career. Congratulations.
Hey, man, it comes with the territory. It comes with the contract. Oh, big incident between...
Holy
Oh, no.
Mercedes that forgot to brake.
Absolute big... I mean, there's got to be a technical difficulty there with that Mercedes to cause that big of a slide and that big of an off. Ricardo Rivera and team going to pull that car into the pits and shuffle it into the pit box, get some repairs done. Just a nasty race for Rivera, who is so good. We've seen what he can do at the top level, so man, not a great run for Mr. Rivera.
Who was that Mercedes, by the way?
That was the Mercedes of 519 Velasquez.
Okay, Velasquez there. I think he maybe forgot to brake coming through mine shaft into Crocodiles.
My best guess is that there's got to be some sort of technical failure. I've done that before myself, where I've kind of missed the braking point, especially at night. I missed the car that was in front of me, however. So, unfortunate instance there, but it definitely could have been a totally missed brake point.
In case anyone was curious, Dom is an expert professional esports driver at very high levels, multiple winning tournaments. In fact, some call him the three-time. In fact, of course, not at all related to Brian Knapp in the actual three-time, but the three-time incident in one race causer. But anyways, Ollie Raza on the inside of Garazian, and it looks like that's going to be job done right away. Kevin, what's happened here?
Porsche
Oh my goodness!
Oh, no.
Benjamin Biddle.
A little bit of a bump there.
I think that was Christopher Moller concertinaing up. Was that due to maybe the car in front braking a bit too early? Let's see. 76 car of Benjamin Biddulph here. We're looking at a little bit of a rear end tap. Oh, a move there from the 664. And
there was an opening. Looks like the BMW's eyes just got really wide open. They glistened at the opportunity there, and the Audi shut him down. I think that was Biddulph, correct?
Yes, Biddulph is in the Audi, yeah.
And Medrano coming in for the pit stop. There's a mandatory pit this race. Our leaders are duking it out too. Porshakov versus De Janeiro. Less than there was at one point, only a tenth between them. But let's see if they can make it through Sector 3 without a scratch.
And
hey, I didn't curse him. We're good.
And do we have splits, or is everyone racing in the same category? So the splits are only for the qualifying. That's just to basically give everyone a window out on track. Steve Poe, oh no. What has happened here? That wasn't intentional, by the way. It just kind of happened.
Wordsmith. Someone call him Marshall Mathers up in here. Yeah, there are no splits, no Pro-Am or Am categories. It is all just one big grid. You guys are duking it out for first place, so.
Nice safe rejoin there from Steve Poe as well. After a little bit of an off-track excursion, no damage picked up though, luckily. Also, we have Wet Socks in chat, the Twitter fan base owner of the fan club, of course, for none other than where is he? Where there's a lot of drivers on this grid. I was hoping to have found Jason Provolone. By there he is, P9. He's all the way up in P9 as it stands, yet to pit, but 9th position behind the likes of Henrique Baltazar and Jace Wright. So looking quite strong currently in front of Mike Burkov and Steven Tomazic as well. And Kaio Jr. here trying to pick up the scraps from that fight earlier after Ollie Raza managed to dispatch Armin. Now we're going to see Kaio try to do the same.
Yeah, and we have a lead change as well. Porshakov overtaking De Janeiro. So the 696 takes over the 25. There's that glitched camera guy here at Kyalami, and the leader is coming up on a blue flagged Audi who's a little bit in the way, causing a little bit of a backup for De Janeiro. But the blue flag is going to get out of the way of the top three running. And they are so close together. Quinn Smith back on the charge after saving the car a little bit. He might have been roasting his tires a tad during that first couple battles that we saw, but he's caught right back up to him, giving him hell.
Wide goes Porshikov, but that's going to allow him to cover the inside line for the next corner, as this is not a great overtaking opportunity until you're up into about Club Bend, which we're going to be heading towards Sunset now. And it's all going to be about trying to get the run here from De Janeiro, but also just being careful. Don't cause any collisions. There's still 1 hour and 25 seconds left in this race. Plenty of time to get the job done on Porshikov. Right? Absolutely it does.
And you take a look at those guys being patient on the throttle and being really, really good on their brakes. A little bit of trail braking through those curvy sections, but then again, just super, super patient on throttle to not spin out and cause an incident. So great job by these guys. Pro stuff right now between our top three.
Speaking of pro stuff there, Fabiano, just driving off the track slightly, dipping a tire in the gravel, but keeping it flat the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, if when in doubt, flat out. A very, very famous pro racer said that, Colin McRae. So, you know, when in doubt, flat out, and that's what was going through De Janeiro's head right there.
Did Colin McRae say that? Or is that just one of those quotes that's just attributed to him?
I thought it was Colin McRae.
Okay, I mean, I believe it. I don't know.
Rest in peace, of course, but yeah, I believe. Someone can fact check me, though. Absolutely.
Borzy, welcome. I just thought that was one of those phrases that just existed and like didn't have an
when
origin.
In doubt, flat out.
Yeah, I didn't think that was credited. It could also just be
associated with him because he was very much a when in flat or
when in doubt, doubt it out, so, guys.
Yeah, when in flat, doubt it out. Yes. That's my racing motto.
A hydrate there as well. Also, we are terrible at keeping an eye on these lead changes. Every time we take a look at them, they're battling, but there's no changes. As soon as we go off, they decide, well, they're no longer looking at us, so we can go and race.
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of like the ghosts in your room, right? As soon as you turn off the lights, they all appear, and then you turn on the lights, and they're all gone. So, Quinn Smith, I mean, they're just absolutely duking it out. Of course, we're talking about them. They're not moving too much, but we'll see what happens. I'll keep my eyes peeled.
I was going to say, why don't you keep an eye on that one, and I'll take an eye down here onto the Kyle Jr., Eric Acosti, Mike Patrick, Ramsey Connolly, Zane Bliskett. Zane Bliskett's a little bit out of it, but he'll be in it soon enough.
Yeah, never count it out at Kyalami. The way the braking zones work and how quickly the track can change on you, battles can definitely shore up, and we're seeing it right now with Zane Bliskett. That.
Yeah, this concertina effect here is really going to affect these drivers, and Kyle Jr. needs to get a hurry up on and potentially dispatch Armin. I'm not sure what the bottleneck is here, and it might just be Kyle as he's struggling for grip there, understeering massively in that BMW. Eric Gakosian going to be looking for any window. He is a very opportunistic driver, but a very safe driver. So even if there is a window, he might not go for it. I will say I have criticized Eric on that. Of course, he's the, tracklicious manager, so he can't really. But
P6. I bet you anything he got bitten by cheetah here. Going back, taking a look. Yeah, I got bitten by cheetah. Also, Enrique Baltazar in the pits. He's going to try to clear some air for himself there, the Pigeon Racing McLaren.
Yeah, a little early to come in the pits, in my opinion, but to each their own. We're about 33 minutes into the race, and
I think he was really trying to just get some. Oh. He wanted some clean air.
As Kyle Jr. jumps into the pits.
Oh, Otis Stitsev. Oh no.
What's happened?
I think something went really, really wrong with that 63 car, because he is all over the place. He's down into 33rd. We saw him in P9 at one point. But after that commentator's curse moment, yeah, that car is having some issues.
Also, just wanted to take a little second here. Forzy, hello. I know we neglected you there. Did I say? I think I hydrated but didn't say hello. And as well as Sparrow, welcome. And Marcelo Ramon, welcome as well, cheering on his countrymen there of Baltazar. Enrique currently sitting in position number... Where the heck is he? Oh, there he is, 24.
We lost him after the pit stop, but his pit crew did a good job. Mike Burkhoff hunting down Steven Tomazic right now, looking for a top 10 finish. That would be huge for Mike Burkhoff, who had a DNF, I believe, in race 2 at Silverstone last week, but had a D3 or something ridiculous in the first part of the races.
Yeah, definitely a strong week for Mike last week, minus the incident that he got caught up in. Well, Mike Burkhoff currently on the charge now with Steven Tomazic. Steven Tomazic last lap a 1:42.9 and 1:42.925, and Mike Burkhoff 1:42.952.
Wow. Yeah,
so
that's
not
nice
the
for
same.
Our dyslexic brains to look at.
I actually thought they were the same up until I started reading Mike's, and then I realized they were different.
Yeah, the pack's not as tight. The two countrymen flip-flopping places, Gazarian and Gakassian, as Gazarian actually shuffles down the order, losing a spot to Mike Patrick and Eric Gakassian, and potentially going to lose a spot to Connolly in the 51 Aston Martin. Keep our eyes peeled on that one, but of course, as soon as I take my eyes off, the lead's going to change. So I got to keep my eyes. I have my assignment, sir.
They seem
I'm
fairly content so far. I can't see the gap from Fabiano though in my deltas, which is really annoying. But
the one battle I am, the one driver I'm pretty proud of, two drivers I'm pretty proud of, are P4 and 5. You know, P1 through 3, they're gonna duke it out.
Ooh.
P4 and 5 have just ran their own race. Of course, Dubé and Burakovsky, nice job by them. Kudos so far.
Coyote Jr. picking up a stop-go 30 after speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, that's a rough one.
Had
also,
to be a pretty
Ricardo
severe
Rivera,
speed.
serious damage. I think they had to retire that car. He's a lap down right now off the lead lap.
We also have Mike Burkhoff here heavily on the charge as it stands and looking for any window here to dispatch the Big Brain Racing BMW. And what
I think
does
that's Will Campbell right behind them?
That is, in fact, the Ferrari of Will Campbell in the 364. And
the Canadians sniffing some blood in the water, so is Mike Burkhoff. I think if Mike maybe tries to send it at T1 or after Mineshaft, get it done. We'll see if Steven is gonna keel over and let him have it or not. I've raced against Steve a long time. I think he may try to back this pack up and make him run his race for a while.
Jace Wright under pressure, and Matter Team under pressure from Jace Wright. Jace Wright here.
Oh, Steven Tomazic with an off.
Okay, I'll let you cover that one as we stick here. Provolone, this could be very dicey very soon here, as we have Jace Wright in the Squadra and the American United Racing and Matter Team, and then it ain't easy being cheesy. Ollie Raza has been caught up in that incident. Oh my goodness. Throw everything out the window. I'll let myself cover it. What has happened to Ollie Raza? Yeah. He must have got caught up with the car that spun of Connolly.
It's that curve.
He went off by himself in the same spot that Steven went off in. It was a completely separate incident.
They kind of did a little dance there. Quinn Smith in letting De Janeiro take the... So Quinn Smith passed De Janeiro for half a second. So I did miss partial lead change.
You're right. Sorry.
Yes. So Quinn Smith in the pits. Dubé is going to take that provisional P3 right now. Has not pitted yet. Will Campbell hunting down Mike Burkhoff still, and that is just it was a weird shunt moment for Tomazic and Ali Raza. Front end damage to the 343. Nothing seriously broken. That's what I'm getting the report from the pit lane. Jason Provolone ain't easy being cheesy, and his pit crew ready to change fuel and tires is my assumption.
Jace right there with a flash of the headlights onto the start of the straight just to maybe get the distraction there, trying to get into the head of Matter Team, but Matter Team, he's no slouch, and he is probably a little used to having drivers flash him. He's very good at defending, and we're going to see he's going to need to be good at defending, especially here with Jace Wright, the controller king out there looking to make a move potentially into Sunset, which is a very bold one to make if you were to. Doesn't quite do it just yet. Oh, the inside's going to be open, though, into Club. He doesn't go for it.
Yeah, we've seen Matt, our team, run in multiple Tracklicious events, enduros, and things of that nature. Usually teammated up with Juan Kairos. He's running this event, of course, by himself, and he's done a great job at defending and being a top 10 guy for sure. I think he's really, really proud of himself being in the top 5 right now.
Absolutely. Matter team, though, with a 20-second penalty to be served. That's from a previous race incident. That'll have to be served at the pit stops when he comes in to make his stop. He will have to be stationary for 20 seconds before the jackmen are allowed to, well, the jacks under the car are allowed to hoist him up, and the mechanics are allowed to work on the car. 29 car with a crash and a return to the garage. What happened there? Kyo Jr.
599
Whoa!
as well.
Jace Wright clobbers Cheetah curb, and Cheetah with
Nice
just a
recovery,
scratch
though.
this time. But my goodness, that could have been absolutely devastating.
And there's Ricardo Rivera getting back on track, so they did not retire that car. Jason Provolone looking at his next victim in Devin Anthony. Sharkbait becoming Sharkbait as it stands right now. Provolone, no openings against Anthony as it stands.
Also, De Janeiro in the pits, now out of the pits.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of a lead change. Porshakov running a different pit strategy.
Quinn Smith's by.
Going a little bit longer than the other two.
Quinn Smith is by.
Yeah, Quinn Smith gets ahead of De Janeiro, so that could come back to be a really good strategy call by the WRT 46.
I wonder if Quinn Smith took tires.
The pit stop was a good portion, so I think these guys have an option with it, but I would think that he did take tires. And a nice battle between I think that's Chronotis, Anthony, and Provolone. Chronotis trying to break the toe of Devin Anthony. Oh, Devin Anthony goes airborne, and I am so good at this today, guys. I am an absolute purse machine.
Take a look.
It was Malaire, actually, right behind them. It was Chronotis.
Devin Anthony here. What has
at
happened
this.
on the main feed? As he
Making
comes
it look-
now. Oh!
Oh, yeah, like the 488 suspension in last patch. Not great. Ali Raza moving past Armin Gazarian. It is Armin, correct? Don't want to
Armin?
mispronounce both
Armin?
names.
Is it
Just wanna
Armin or
mispronounce
Armin?
One.
I thought it was Armin. I don't think it's Armin.
All right,
It
Armin.
might be. Now that you mention it. We're rolling with
Also-
it. Eric has corrected us. That's the worst part. Is we have
Yes.
no excuse
Yeah.
for that name.
We will get, he'll lock us in the bad pronunciation closet in the broadcast room here.
My food
Zane
rations
Bliskett.
are going to get cut in half.
Zane Bliskett taking the pits, getting the Red Bull Aston Martin pit crew ready. Connolly sniffing down the rear end of Mike Patrick, also known as Assbox on Twitch. Genuine dude. I really like Mike Patrick. Raced with him in some Tracklicious endurance events. Really good dude. So battle on, buddy. Battle on. But I think Connolly's going to take him here.
And I just caught this out of the corner of my eye, but I think I saw Steven Tomazic picking up a stop-go 30 penalty from speeding in the pits as well. He's now come out to serve that. I think I actually picked it up last lap. We just caught that.
That's rough.
So
That
P
is rough.
last now for Steven Tomazic after having to make an extra pit stop.
It wasn't a great race. Now it's really not a great race for the Big Brain Racing team. Definitely going to have to regroup in Spain.
Ooh, here we go. Jace Wright and Matt, our team, though, with back markers getting involved here. That's Alvarez getting overtaken, and Jace Wright trying to find any window of opportunity he can. You can see him weaving into any little bit of open air that's possible, but he just can't quite do it. After last few laps, you can see he has the pace. Jace Wright, after clobbering the Cheetah curb, he tried to take a bite out of the Cheetah, and the Cheetah took a bite out of him, but he is back onto the diffuser now of the Audi of Matt, our team, in the Lamborghini here.
Whoa,
Hot
there's
on
a
the
big
charge.
send by
Wow.
that Audi.
Yeah, and there's
Oh, no, it
contact, and the
takes out
McLaren of
Ricardo.
Rivera is picked up.
Oh no, Ricardo has just got to be absolutely miffed at that. Man, not
Chromix, thank you very much for the follow, Chromix.
yeah, normally racing in this series is missing tonight. But yeah, Jace Wright, the controller boy, Joystick Jays.
Don't give Eric that credit.
I mean, I love it. I thought I came up with it, but that's all right. It's okay. I like it.
No, Eric definitely came up with joystick J's.
Hey, man. Tomato, tomato, all right? So, joystick J's milking the steering wheel there, going back and forth. He's definitely going back and forth with Matt, our team right now. Will Campbell hunting down Mike Burkhoff.
And this is the battle for the effective lead as well here. Quinn Smith ahead of Fabiano, who is, both of them serve their pit stops. And we'll see Andrea Porshikov. We'll see where he comes out after he decides to make his stop. We're about halfway through this race. 45 minutes and 20 seconds to go. 45-minute mark, of course, marking the halfway point. But for right now, Fabiano on the charge. Jace Wright has gotten by Matt our team. Matt our team has come into the pits.
Yeah, and Chromix, you know, priorities, you know, you got to get your priorities right. And you miss a race. So good on you. I would be driving, that is for sure. I had bad priorities. So that's why I'm talking about simulated cars with someone I don't like that much. Isn't that right, Mike?
Absolutely, Dom. I hate you as well.
Oh, no. The only reason I'm here is because they've handcuffed us together. Chris Rise with a bit of an off. Oh, and he collected someone.
Oh, that's Armin.
Gazarian.
Just to be clear, chat, we don't hate each other.
Yeah, all jokes.
Velasquez with a 30-second penalty as well. Stop go 30 picked up.
Ali Raza. Oh no! There was a Lambo that got collected in that, and I wonder if that was Jace? It was one of the fuchsias. Made sure to really emphasize fuchsia. That is sucky, Chris Rise. Bonking.
Yeah, Chromix, good luck on your exam, though. What are you studying for? You see Fabiano here on the charge still. Not too eager to get it done, especially coming down the hill here in Mineshaft through the Crocodiles. That'll be his best opportunity for this part of the track as we head towards Cheetah. He will want nothing to do with that overtake. You can see him setting up the alternate line there to more or less save tires as well as try to carry that speed. Nothing happens though, of course, just trying anything he can. Quinn Smith covering it off very nicely. You can see how far away they are. You can fit a meter stick between them and that Cheetah curb basically. And thank you, John. Yes, Ryan Orville in chat with some absolutely, what's the word? Thrilling? No, insightful comment. Thank you, Ryan Orville, John. Optimization of IT heavy systems.
So he's going to be lifting heavy. He's going to be jacked. He's going to look like Arnold, but with knowledge of IT.
Heavy is a heavy system. I mean, besides it being a physically heavy system, which I presume it probably is.
Also, shout out to, as you were saying, John Rulin, one of my good buddies over at Box 3. Currently doing a little RV shop. Going to become a super tramp. His own words, not mine.
Good on him.
Yeah, more like Kyalami. I love Kyalami. So it's more like Love Lami. Wait. Huh, that doesn't work as well.
You know, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, you're smelling what I'm stepping in. DeGennaro trying to smell what Quinn Smith is stepping in. 3/10 away from him. That is, as we were talking about the provisional lead, Porshikov. I don't have any word from the pit lane, but I'm fairly certain he has not pit yet. So...
Oh, okay, that's what you mean by heavy.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Oh, Porshikov, I talk about him and he goes off. I'm an oracle.
Just slightly this time.
Hey, man.
Wait, but Porshikov is 2.6 seconds ahead. The overcut is working wonders here. But also, yes. I think Porsche... Okay, so I wanted to cover this earlier. On the stop times, Porshikov was stationary for a total of 32 seconds when...
Oh, he has taken his pit.
Wait, hold on. Porshikov was stationary for 32 seconds, which is the same as De Janeiro. So they are on very similar strategies. Quinn Smith stopped in the pits for a little bit longer, actually, about 4 seconds longer. I think Quinn Smith may have... That doesn't make any sense. Why was he stopped? Maybe he missed his pit box, because it's like 4 seconds.
Could have either missed his pit box or had some damage that we didn't see.
That could be, yeah.
So, yeah, therein lies the tail of the tape, if you will.
De Janeiro and Porshikov actually with almost identical pit times through the pit lane. So does Christian Dubé, for that matter.
My question: do we think they took tires?
I have honestly no idea.
If they were in there for they were stationary for 30 seconds. Then they took tires, for sure.
They were stationary for 32 seconds. Wait, hold on.
They took tires.
Oh, wait. 24.1. What is... Maybe I have it backwards.
Oh, they did not take... 24.1 is a good portion of fuel.
But I thought we were fixed at 25. Maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe not.
But the 24.1... No, because that's different. I'm trying to figure this out. Let me work out these numbers.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're finding out Mike is not good at math. Drew Burakovsky and his team, hopefully they are good at math, because they're in the pit lane right now. So, luckily there's only one lug nut on the car. Mike would make a very good gunman. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask for your utmost quietness as
Sorry,
Mike
I'm
does some calculating.
just mathing.
No, we're making sure that you have a nice quiet room.
Okay, the stop time is the bottom one. So 32 seconds stationary for the three of them, and Quinn Smith 34 seconds stationary. So
final answer.
Do with that what you will. I don't know is the final answer.
Jason Provolone, the Stinky Cheese Man. It ain't easy being sponsored by Sargento, looking to shuttle it up on Harknett, the 501 Mercedes. A little bit of damage.
Trying to get into the single
Harknett going a little wide there. Keeping the line, though.
Provolone has made his pit stop as well. We noted here, Richard Harknett yet to make his stop, so still needs to come in with that slightly wounded AMG. It looks like a couple scrapes in the back.
Yeah, I think he was rear-ended or he bonked into something.
As you see the around the outside attempt there from Provolone through Sunset, which is quite the move. Doesn't quite happen. It's a very tricky move to make happen. In fact, you needed quite the pace difference. Even doing that in multi-class can be dangerous. We do see Will Campbell in the pits. Our new leader is going to be Jace Wright. Jason Provolone here trying to make the move, and it looks like it should be a nice and easy one here. Coming into Ingwe, not much of a fight from Harknett. He still needs to pit, and he knows that. Chronotis behind them as well needs to pit. Still a few drivers out. Like I say, Jace Wright, our race leader, still needs to make his one mandatory stop. Andrei Porshikov will take the lead of the race after that. Altering strategies here from Quinn Smith, Fabiano, and Andrei. They are really paying off here for Porshikov.
It's going to come down to who's got the better idea as far as strat. 100% between the three.
999 the janitor. Thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated.
Well, hopefully he's cheering on the 999 car of Quinn Smith.
I'm not sure that was intentional, but
hey, man, Quinn Smith is currently cleaning up as it stands right now in P2. That was a janitor joke.
He is. Also, Face Guy, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. I'm not doing that.
Face Guy. That's good. I'm a face guy myself.
We all are, aren't we? Anyways.
I mean,
Sergey
you and I both have to be face guys because Lord knows they're not putting our voices on the radio. Kevin Huffman with a very cryptic message in chat. 999 Rip Juice. Oh, Rip Juice World. Got it. Yes.
Oh, it's Shy. It's
Shy Face Guy.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Mike should be a shy-faced guy. I'm sick of seeing his. That's for sure. You went shy-faced guy?
Look, it's a matter of, you know.
Wow. You went there. Really? Mike Burkhoff trying to go there on Professor Chronotis. Down mine shaft. Takes the inside down mine shaft. And then our glitched camera guy says we don't want to see any of this battle.
We got it good here on the main feed, though.
Yes. Thank goodness for the guys in the truck on the main feed.
Also, Huff, is that your like pre-workout or something like that? I could see that being the name of a pre-workout.
No, Juice WRLD, the rapper.
Oh.
You uncultured swine.
Fabiano here is still on the charge, navigating through the back marker of John, and then we're going to go side by side with Quinn Smith here.
Oh, and Chris Rise is the big off.
And that's going to be the switchback as the Quinn Smith runs wide, but no, not quite. Carries the speed. Nope. That's the benefit there of running wide. As we come now towards the Crocodiles, he takes the alternate line again. Very comfortable on that outside is Fabiano here compared to Quinn Smith.
I thought there was contact. The camera guy played me. I'm sorry, folks. I got excited. No. Oh, man.
Through
Dejanaro ate Cheetah. Ate it.
Through the final corner here of, did I say Ingwe? I think I said Ingwe up at the top. It's Lecoq at the top. I think I've been calling the wrong corner. Ingwe is the final corner name. Apologies.
No, you've been saying it.
Have I been saying Lecoq?
Collection, you've been saying it, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. This is one of the tracks that I don't need the track guide up on my other monitor at all times. So the corner names.
Yeah, Mike and I are big Kyalami stands, that's for sure. Would love to see an F1 race here for sure.
Love to see Never F1 gonna happen, here in general.
But,
yeah.
Yeah, it's never gonna happen, but.
Also would love to see a GT race here in real life, of course, which we're doing right now as we are here in South Africa, Kyalami, and watching these guys live. It's currently 8:02 p.m. here in the southern hemisphere of the world.
And Harknett has taken his pit, so...
And ACC is, in fact, VR friendly. We have a couple mad lads driving in VR themselves. They've done 6 hours, in fact, of VR by themselves.
Yeah, Joe Kostovich. Yeah. He races SRO in VR, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, Kosti is very, very good in his VR. So, yes, highly recommend for VR. It's gotten a lot better than where it was previously. So,
we saw the overtake. Well, we kind of caught the tail end of the overtake there from Odstitsiev onto Gazarian. And that's going to be that job done as Odstitsiev tries to redo his charge after earlier. I think he might have had another error that we missed because he is down 10 positions from where he started.
So he had the shunt at Cheetah, which killed him, that I jinxed him on. My crystal ball was in full effect there, and then he had another shunt, which caused him to drop down the order even more. But he's climbed back up. I mean, he's done a great job. P17 is not a bad reclamation position for him. I'm not sure I'm using that word correctly. Harknett and Smith battling it out.
I'm not sure you are either, honestly.
Hey, man.
I don't know. I just don't
project know. Is what I was trying to get at. But.
And Shy, if you are going to be branching out into ACC potentially, we have the perfect league for you if you are an AC driver transitioning to another game. Unfortunately, it's not on this calendar in specific, but we just had it open up on SimGrid. It starts in next week, and it's our rookie league here at Trackalicious. Not to call you a rookie or anything. Exclamation mark SimGrid. Thank you.
Yes, that too.
And yes, you can find on SimGrid the Summer Rookies, where basically we're going to be doing round 1 at Watkins Glen. It's going to be August 21st, and that's going to be GT4s. And we have a lot of VR drivers that do drive over there. We also have our GT3, GT4 mixed class, and we have picked for the GT3, GT4 mixed class the tightest, windiest tracks that are available in ACC for the most amount of fun and action possible in terms of our GT3 championship. Of course, we're watching right now as it stands. and having some amazing action behind the scenes. We see Quinn Smith and Fabiano can't really see him out of the back of the shot, but also road to the grand finals on Saturday. And we have teams available on Discord, which, yes, we have Discord as well, of course, where you can find all the information where if you are looking for a team for the Road to the Grand Finals Sunday event, you can find that over in our team's channel, as well as just get signed up over there and find any information you would like. Message Eric the Boss Gakassian, who's actually out on track tonight. Eric the Boss Gakas sitting in P19, the Armenian driver, about 3.6 seconds off his fellow Armenian, actually, Armin.
Yeah, the Armenian driver from Canada who lives in Michigan. Quite an international man of mystery, to me, anyway. So, but yeah, De Gennaro, this battle that we were watching behind the calendar there, of course, that calendar break brought to you by Sargento Cheeses. Quinn Smith has absolutely let De Gennaro just run his race, but this is getting quite spicy. And De Gennaro is looking for some sort of opening, thinking about the inside, or actually, excuse me, thinking about the outside there at Lacan. Not gonna quite happen.
That might.
It might happen in my chat. That was a big off by Quinn.
That was. He did kick a bit more gravel. He takes that alternate line every single time, looking for that switchback opportunity. As you see him right there, dive to the outside. In fact, he's actually going to go for it this time, as he's going to maybe try to line the switchback up. Quinn Smith leaves the switchback open, but no. I hear someone clobber the cheetah curb. There's going to be a car off. That's Andre Porshakov. That's our race leader who actually had an off. I need to go check that out. Let's see, Andre Porshakov, our race leader, making a mistake here. Luckily not converting any positions from it. Quinn Smith, though, and Fabiano. And see them in that rear view, gaining ever closer. Ooh, enough midair time there to be served mid-flight snacks. And Andre Porshakov continues on, luckily. And Shyface, make sure you bring them. Bring everyone. Bring all that you would like for the ACC. We welcome one and all here at Trackalicious, and we're happy to provide a community here for everybody to join. Not only is it just a community, it's an excellent community at that. Absolutely love it.
Three aces do battle, indeed. It's quite an ace battle in the top three. The only thing we need now is we need a quick Canadian ginger boy up in the top here to give some more battle to these three guys. They're quick. Of course, that was a Wes Hepburn shout out. So
haven't seen him in chat recently. He did pop in earlier.
No, I think he's practicing. My best guess is he's practicing Spa. He's already. We just had our Zandvoort 6-hour event, and him and Brian are already grinding out Spa practice. Of course, that's our next run at the 6-hour endurance event. So they're not messing around. That's for sure. It's not a game for those guys.
No, it most certainly is not. It's a lifestyle. And yeah, Brian Knappen and Huffman there with a very, very devastating finish to that race yesterday. Ended up their tires falling off at the very end. Falling off the cliff, not literally. Huffman? Excuse me, not Huffman. I meant to say Burnsy, who's in chat. Hepburn. That's what I meant to say, excuse me. But losing their tires, thank you.
The Yit Cows Racing Bentley will be on track from Paul Ricard on, so he'll be representing my very lucrative sim racing team. Quinn Smith, looking, sniffing, wanting. Look at that! He's absolutely determined to get by Porshakov. We'll see how this goes. Provolone looking for some action against Jace Wright too, down in P8, P7.
Dirt kicked up there from Quinn Smith as Fabiano still smells blood in the water here, and he actually might be trying to use Porshakov to his advantage, as Porshakov is going to be a tricky one to overtake and might hold up Quinn Smith in some crucial corners. As we come into the S's, though, it's going to be tight through here.
I'll jinx. I'll throw some commentator cursing on here. I think De Gennaro is faster than these two. Raw pace, and I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna get by him.
What? Was there contact there as Porshakov goes deep? I'm not sure if that was assisted or not, but Quinn Smith now takes the lead as we have Porshakov trying to take the lead as well. No contact. Wow.
Wow. Quinn Smith sends. Oh, dude, man. What a set of driving that we're seeing right now. I think De Gennaro can get it done. Also, you got to take into consideration Porshikov was running with some damage after his shunt and his flight through Cheetah, so that could be a reason that his braking was a little weird.
Porshikov lapping within the hundredths of a second last lap of Quinn Smith, sticking right with him, but he does have the fastest lap, so you can't argue with the data. Fabiano is faster, but Quinn Smith is in front, and that's all that matters. Come the checkered flag, it doesn't matter who's quicker than who. It just matters who is in the front of the pack when that falls, and Quinn Smith currently holds that. There's still 25 minutes, though, to go. Plenty of action to come here, and I think Fabiano is going to show some soon enough here. He is looking eager. The Italian-German driver attacking the American. Not sure where Porshikov is from. If anyone does know, I'd like to know.
Also, Ricardo Rivera, P25 right now, battling with Molaire. Molaire in the 990 M4. Rivera, of course, had an absolute race to forget right now. The 787 Puerto Rican esports driver, sitting in 25th right now, hunting down Molaire. He's getting really, really close. You're on board with Ali Raza right now, a driver that's probably wanting to forget that this race happened.
Yeah, Ollie's made up some ground since the spin at the start. Definitely made up a ton of ground, in fact. But not quite where they would be normally. Ali Raza definitely, like you were saying, wanting to forget this one. Move on to next week, which of course next week is going... I didn't have the calendar up. I'm professional. Spain, of course. Barcelona de Catalunya for next week. It's going to be August 20th. And it's a doubleheader. 30, 45-minute race. A 30, then a 45-minute race, of course, with 2 qualifying sessions.
If it's not 30, 45-minute race.
That would be
that would be incredible. I would have to participate in that. Odstitsev taking over Mike Patrick. Mike Patrick probably streaming this race on Twitch. Of course, like I said earlier, is Twitch Assbox, ASSBOX. If you want to go show him some love and support him. Ali Raza now looking at Matt Arteem. Still, that 414 car under immense pressure. We've seen Matt Arteem not crack under pressure, bend, but not break. Now down into P12 after serving that 20-second time penalty contact that he made in Silverstone. So,
also, Huff, did you drive?
Huff did not drive. He was being funny.
I thought so.
No, Huff was working on a water line and night racing is cool, but we could use a little bit more lighting.
I agree with you, but unfortunately,
we are at the mercy of Mother Nature.
Out right now with our we are, but we also have our bloom that we can change and have changed. But yeah, we are maximum brightness right now, so I know it's a little hard. Well, the Armenians are battling on track, and Eric Gakassian is ahead of Armin. I'm not sure who was ahead at the beginning of this engagement. I thought Armin was behind. The Sky Tempesta McLaren now on the charge through the final corner here as they go on to the start-finish straight through Ingwe, and it's going to be the advantage here to the McLaren as they run under the rumble strips. That might cost them traction, but the McLaren is firmly ahead here. Eric the Boss Kakas, what sort of response does he have into Crowthorne? He's going to tuck to the inside, has a massive car gap between them. He slams the door back shut, though, and he's going to look like he's going to have this position easily here into the first corner.
Nice driving there by Eric, really forcing Gazarian to have to battle with him, and there he goes, tucks it right in. Also, clarifying, the track itself needs more lighting.
Oh,
yes, it does, but
we'll put one into the stewards on that one, or not the stewards, but the track coordinator. Well, we'll let them know.
We have a good relationship with the construction of Kyalami and Kyalami 2. Mike and I are head project managers of Kyalami 2.
Yeah, absolutely. That is my title in real life, actually, a project manager, so it's not far off. Ali Raza and Ricky Scott exchanging blows here. Ali Raza works his way up the field. Matt Arteem next on the list for him. As they head towards Crocodile, we'll just watch Crocodile here as anything can happen through it. Nothing does this time, but you never know. Ricardo Rivera as well behind the likes here of Christopher Molaire, as I think you were commenting earlier, still has yet to get by, actually.
Yeah, Ricardo Rivera probably just trying to stay patient, and just kind of relaxing at this point. He's got nothing to race for. And look at this, off by Quinn Smith. There's a battle for the lead right now. Oh my goodness gracious.
A little bit of tapping there. Porshikov has severely fallen off the pace of these guys as well, but this might bring him right back into the thick of the action. Up your game, says the billboard in the background. And that's what Fabiano needs.
Yeah, mistake there by Quinn Smith, causing De Gennaro to get a little bit closer, and their gap was not much, but now Quinn Smith really on his heels. De Gennaro, he just absolutely, hands on knees, control it, leaning forward. He's getting a gamer mindset right now. Also, Jet Drives letting us know that Kyalami 2 equals Kyalami with more sand. Yes, yeah, a lot more runoff areas at Kyalami 2.
No runoff areas. If I'm part of the design of the track, it's going to be a street circuit as far as I'm concerned.
That's right. We're going to downtown Johannesburg, folks. You ever seen District 9? That's what it's going to be like with race cars.
Quicksand on the trap, or on the track. Now you're talking.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
That sounds like it'd be real exciting. And then we could also give the cars guns.
Dude, full Mad Max style.
I bet that would make them drive faster.
Little twisted metal action.
Fabiano behind, got like a 9mm. That'd make Quinn Smith go a hell of a lot quicker, I bet.
Yeah, and you can have little tire blowouts here and there.
Oh,
yeah.
Now you're talking. Of course, Burnsy and chat all too familiar with. Oh no, he didn't. That was a car that looks similar. Another Lamborghini that had the blowout. I still can't believe that we had 2 tire blowouts.
It was Borchers. It was Borchers that had a blowout.
We also
his tire blew up.
Woodburn also did, or Woodrow? Was it Woodrow?
Yeah, Woodrow.
Yeah, Woodrow. He also did.
Look at this. De Gennaro's got crazy speed down the straight. He's in that slipstream. He's in the aero advantage right now of Quinn's.
Thanks, Jet.
I think Splitstream is a transformer. I think that's where I'm getting at.
Slipstream is the word you're looking for there.
Also, Jet Drives letting us know that he's regular today, which is great. Love it. Lizzie wants an onboard or giving energy to Bidoff.
Absolutely. Of course, Lizzie there. No surprise giving it to Bidoff, who's drifting. Whoa! Look at that. Drifting through on the controller.
Is he on the controller?
He is on the controller, yes. He lets by Krasnov, who is in P20. Benjamin Bidoff here coming now into the S's. A little bit of a awkward line on the approach, which kind of costs him a lot of speed there. But managing to get back onto the hammer and approaching the hill now.
The lead's coming up on some lap traffic, and it's bringing them really, really close together. I'm actually going to space them out a little bit. The Aston Martin Red Bull is, I think that's of Darren Thomas, question mark, has now split the leaders.
Lizzie, of course, a Noobs RS driver. He's a junior driver now, says Lizzie. Benjamin Bidoff is, of course. But Lizzie, of course, great friends with Benjamin Bidoff, of course.
You said, of course, about 6 times.
Great relationship.
Of course. We just want to give him a big of course, too.
I just, it's more of a, the people who know, they know. And also, PJ Hutch with a rating party of 3. Thank you, PJ. I hope your stream went well.
Another guy that if we saw out here would be teaching these 1, 2, 3 guys a little bit of a lesson, but I don't want his ego to get...
Benjamin Bidoff there off to the side. And the lap traffic is now dispatched from the leaders. Approaching next will be Krasnov, the 599, as the 999 will have to get by. That's kind of fun to say.
The 599 against the 999?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, dude, you gotta contact Marshall Mather, and you're a bit of a wordsmith.
We didn't have this conflicting with NWSR. You know I'd be there. Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's what I get for calling out. That's what I get for calling out PJ Hutch. Hutch, very, very fast. New World Sim Racing, NWSR. Solid league there. got a couple guys that I think can do that too. So Ollie Raza back up in a P12 after a shunt early. Still on down Matt Artine. Matt Artine, they're gonna exchange Christmas cards at this point. They've stuck around together so much.
No love lost between the two of them, of course. No love lost up here in front either, as Fabiano has been more than patient these past few laps. Hasn't really seen too much of a gain recently. In fact, he's lapping a little bit slower than Quinn Smith on the last one, but that doesn't really seem to matter because he's still, well, within a 0.3 of a second. That Audi, look at how quick that Audi is in the straight line. Just remember, Fabiano here, he has the slipstream as well with that Ferrari engine, and that Audi is just walking away in the straights.
I think it was a really, really good exit by Quinn off Ingwe, and then De Janeiro could not really recover as much. But yeah, the Audi does have crazy acceleration. I think De Janeiro just had a little bit of a bad line down the straight there.
A full onboard lap here with Christian Dubé, the French-Canadian driver. I don't know if he's French-Canadian. He's Canadian. Tips it in there to Sunset as he gets onto the throttle. You can see the back end just stepping out slightly, but just enough to get that rotation. That's just what's called being on the limit there. A little bit too much on the limit there as he had to make a slight correction to the wheel through club. Into the S's we go. And now coming up to Le Cop, the highest point of elevation of this track, where we're going to begin the descent down the mine shaft here. 43 meters of elevation to contend with as we're flat out the entire time here. Dubé on the hammer down into 5th gear, looking for the crocodiles. He's going to want to clip the apex onto the inside. Little deep, way deep on that corner. As he comes up, approaching Cheetah, very deep into that as well. Maybe struggling for grip, the tires maybe going away at this point in time, or just trying to save them for later as well. As we approach the line here, Christian Dubé, what sort of time is it? 1:42.4 last lap. As we come across the line, it's going to be a 1:42.2 this time around. Or Dubé 1:42.0 being the fastest. Check back in. Fabiano has actually gotten a little bit more comfy of a gap for Quinn, but we have a back marker train approaching, and this can really change everything here.
Yeah, absolutely. De Janeiro has not let Quinn Smith sleep at all. Again, another pair of drivers that are definitely going to get nice and close and familiar with each other, and De Janeiro sticks around for the rest of the league. I think we're going to see more battles between these guys. That Sky Tempest and McLaren get a little squirrely as they come up on lap traffic. Squirrely in the sense that he was just trying to get out of the way, but did a good job. I think that's Kazarian.
Whoa!
Mike and I having the same reaction.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, no!
As De Janeiro rear ends. Who was that? That was Crossnob. And Quinn Smith batters into the side of Eric Akasi, and they're bumping and banging. And then we are now side by side heading down the mine shaft. Quinn Smith does get ahead at the end of that, but oh my goodness, that was a little sloppy driving there from the front pack.
Yeah, guys just being a little impatient, not wanting to lose the position. There's nowhere for traffic to go right there. That's for certain. So it's kind of a perfect storm, if you will. And one person was a little bit later on the brakes than the other, and we saw it as De Janeiro just sends another car into the shadow realm, which is unfortunate. Jace Wright here.
Trying to take the long way around to the Pigeon Racing McLaren. He's going to have a great exit here. What does he have, though? Onto, once again, mine shaft as we come down. Looks like it's going to be the move attempt here from Jace Wright onto the McLaren on the outside. And there might have been a little, I think there was no contact, though, the camera angle just being unfavorable there. Jace Wright, I think, is going to be on the outside again of Cheetah, which is really risky, but Henrique not wanting to cause a collision there. He does back out, and Jace Wright, excellent move there. Almost call it clockwork.
Yeah, nice job there by Jace. Good battles, really positioned the car well on the track to give him some advantageous moves on Henrique Baltasar, who Balthazar's no slouch when it comes to finding some space around the track, and he's not letting him get off too terribly easy here. So.
Checking back in.
Yeah, no, I've been on board with Dejanaro the whole time.
Good.
So yeah, we're getting a front row seat from his GoPro inside the car right now.
Checking down in here with Krosnov, who just experienced a rather rude, well,
an unscheduled rear ending.
Yeah,
if you will, yeah.
Just a bit off the track there. He has managed to recover quite well in 20th position behind Eric Gakassian, who I think he was actually battling with at the time of collision. So recovering very well from that, and it looks like the damage hasn't been picked up too much. Mod Driver 73, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream, of course, here as we have 10 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. We're coming down to the closing stages of this race here, and there are plenty of battles to pick from as we see Krosnov going to make the move onto Eric, but he backs out. I think that move was on if he wanted to go for it, but actually Eric closing that apex up very nicely. We can check in as well with Ollie Raza, who still can't get by Matter Team.
They have absolutely... Not only do they know, like, each other's uncles' names, they know their, like, second cousins' names at this point. They've just gotten absolutely close as drivers can be. Look at this. Gagarian maybe thinking about something?
He was rejoining the track after clouding the barrier quite heavily after coming out of Clubhouse Bend, and does a little 360 just as a flare.
Yeah, a little Beyblade maneuver there from Gazarian. Dejanaro and Smith.
What has happened to the boss?
Nothing happened to Eric. Eric is a perfectly fine driver. Whatever happened to him was the game.
I think it wasn't his fault this time, though.
No.
Let's take a look, though.
Could not have been.
I take that back. He went way too deep into the S's.
Was not him.
It's blame the car. The BMW very unfavored there in the S's, specifically with Eric Gakassian behind the wheel. That is the reason.
He did do a good job of rally driving. A little Class B action. What do you think?
Definitely was something from Eric there. Showing us his true
Provolone
colors. Oh no, Provolone loses a position. Is he going to lose any more? I don't think so. Jason Provolone here with the self-inflicted error as well. Where are we at on the track? I really can't tell. Clubhouse Bend as we come through and do the exact same thing as I think it was Burnsy that said it on track, or I don't remember who. Might have been Hepburn that said
style points.
No, with the with oil on track.
Oh, I missed that.
I saw earlier that someone said oil on track. Can't remember who that was, but might have been Huff.
Definitely some sabotage from some other drivers. We may have to get the Tracklicious safety team out there to clean up that spill with some kitty litter, but let's see. I thought there was a little bit of a battle going on right. Camera crew got that's you and Tomazic? No, it's you and another driver. Who's that Aston? Oh, I'm a it's not a McLaren. I'm No, that is. I think that is you and Tomazic right there.
Stig,
yeah, they're duking it out.
Who would you like your full onboard lap with, Stig?
Yes, Jet, we got that. You went to the fair. It was a great time. And you didn't take your Pepsi.
Eric Gakassian still battling with his fellow Armenian. Dealer's choice. It don't work like that here. It is chat choice, and the chat choice is by the person who redeemed it.
Pressure's on.
Pressure is on. Make a choice. Last place. Chris Rise. All right, full on board lap.
We're going to go on board with him
Chris
here.
Rise as he is sitting in the pits and completes the onboard. No, okay.
I would have sat. What we should have done is sat there for 1 minute and 42 seconds. And like, wow, what an incredible onboard lap here for Rise.
We have here Juan Alvarez in last place, not with the result. I think he was looking for it. Actually, up 6 positions, but started in last.
The big off, the really big off that conked into Rivera at the end of Mine Shaft. Remember that?
Yes, you're correct.
So,
Back out
sorry
on
to bring it
track.
up again. I know you probably most forget it.
Coming through Cheetah now, needs to keep it clean, does so. Look at how careful that he's with the short shift just to make sure he makes it through the corner. Says, this Audi gearbox I'm not too worried about. I'm more worried about my safety as a driver.
I think he's in the Mercedes.
As he comes across the line. You know what? Why don't we hop on board? We'll complete this full onboard lap here with Ollie Raza, who's going to be side by side. So I know he said dealer's choice. That was the onboard, the full lap, but I want to hop on board here side by side. Matter team, Ollie Raza with the best opportunity he's had in basically more like 40 laps, more or less. He's been stuck behind Matter team, but nothing just yet. Yellow flags being waved from Ricardo Rivera as well on track.
And Ricardo Rivera retiring the car.
Unfortunate. You hate to see it, especially with 5 minutes and 22 seconds left. Wasn't even in the worst position. Could have brought home some points there for the team, but damage too critical. Decides to move on.
And I was actually mistaken. You're on board with Alvarez. I was thinking of Velasquez. So sorry to the 135 for miscrediting you on a shunt of Rivera. That was my fault.
David, as I can see, Chat has already gotten on it. Chat, of course, massive nerds. The Audi and the Lambo sound the exact same because they have the exact same V10 engine behind them.
Look at that.
And I think they have the same gearbox as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Mike dropping some knowledge.
Of course, Audi owns
battle right
absolutely everything, and Lamborghini is one of them.
This battle has not calmed down at all. I've been on board with them in the picture, so it is insane.
And it's an Audi engine. No, Lambo did not give the Audi the engine. It's an Audi engine.
Take it to the Discord. Go to IRL Motorsports in the Discord and argue with Mike about it. I would love that.
They would never let the Italians do the engineering. Come on. They let them do all the aesthetic design and do the marketing brochure, you know? The Germans would never let the Italians do actual engineering. Come on.
He does have a point. He's way out of line, but he's got a point. Also, according to Rivera, fatal crash. Oof. So a DNF there. ECU issues. Technical gremlins can strike at any time. Yes, Jet, that's what we're getting at. It is all Volkswagen. The people's car.
You're right, it is VW. Thank you, Chromix. That is who owns everybody. You're absolutely right. Side by side here, Matter team, and oh my goodness, Ollie Raza has to be just. He has to be so red in the eyes at this point. He's seeing red. I think I
can see the vein popping through his race helmet right now.
And down the inside, I think he might finally.
There he goes.
Finally have it done.
Gets it done.
Now, does he make it through Cheetah? Yes, he does. Okay, he's. Oh no! Okay,
commentator's curse.
He does.
We're
it's
good.
fine.
We're good.
Almost commentator. Yeah. Oh.
We're good. Whew.
I almost.
It was almost an oracle for like the third time today.
Yeah.
So. Also, Mod Driver reiterating, yes, VW owns it all. And some traffic holding up our leaders right now. We saw how this went last time as they come through Cheetah.
Man, Fabiano is so comfortable following.
Oh man, he's doing a great job.
Oh, that's gonna be the moment. He's gonna have the inside line for Quinn Smith, but he tied back. Oh my goodness, the Audi's acceleration is rapid.
And they almost made contact. That was a close miss. Jet, I'm not dignifying that with a response, but you know who is gonna try to dignify that with a response? It's De Gennaro on Quinn Smith as they go into T1.
What a segue.
What a segue. It's what
Ferrari.
I'm good at.
The one car not owned by VW on the grid, basically. Not really. The McLaren isn't either. But anyways.
Smooth,
yes.
Thank you.
Great. It was a very good
Smooth as gravel, baby.
John Smith battling with Zane Blisket a bit further down, and it looks like John Smith, the solo enduro king, is through. The Red Bull, though, on the inside, he's going to try to come back at him. Zane Blisket's not done just yet, but John Smith, expert of his trade there, gets the overtake done and drives straight off the track, but I think he's not going to have it anymore as Zane Blisket decides. And Harknett's going to get by 2, maybe. No, Harknett stays behind. Okay.
I am on board with P1, P2
in the
pit. So.
Not changed just yet. So I thought that Lamborghini was... I thought the Ferrari was Porshakov.
It's either Chrono or Campbell. 42, that's Chrono.
Yeah, it's Chrono. Porshakov with a very similar livery, though.
Yeah, if you guys want your liveries, there is a... if you exclamation in the GT3 channel, ! liveries, throw them in that Google form. Mike and I, an hour before every race, put in the livery. We'd love to see your artwork on stream, so get them in there.
Yeah, we try to show it off as much as we can, but unfortunately night races tend to not yield that too much, but we can see some beautiful...
Car's got headlights, man.
I mean, we got a great view here of the Squadra Corsa Fuchsia competition livery.
Great emphasis there.
What emphasis?
We got the big brain, that orange and black Halloween-colored BMW of Steven Tomazic.
And a lame from Jet. Jet, who hasn't made a livery in about 3 years, is calling a livery lame. My goodness, that's some bold words there from a man who hasn't produced anything recently.
We got to see the Fuchsia Jet collab here soon. Would love to see some ghosted in logos. Oh, Drew Burakovsky with an off. Nothing major. Back to the battle at hand, folks.
Which also, the fastest lap, I just want to touch on, is held currently by Fabiano, but it's 0.005 of a second difference from Quinn Smith. So Quinn Smith, I know I said earlier, doesn't quite have the pace, but these two are almost identical in pace.
And I gotta say, Vadik back on the Fuchsia train. The Fuchsia 63 of Odstitsev is driving a little angry right now.
Whoa. Quinn Smith with a send there on the back marker. The back marker quick to get out of the way. That's Mike Patrick in the Ferrari. Flash of the headlights from the Ferrari, and the leader is finished. Race. That was the final lap. Oh my goodness, what?
Wow.
That was it.
Quinn Smith wins.
Quinn Smith comes across the line.
We were so
P1.
focused on how great the racing was. I'm gonna watch that for.
And Fabiano and Porshakov P2, P3, Christian Dubé in P4, Drew Burakovsky in 5th. Not just yet, still a bit to go for him. But what? That race is over?
Yeah, wow, that went by quick. You know, they say, well, it's over for the top 4. Burakovsky's going to come in P5 right now. But Connolly, Campbell, and Odstitsev, they're duking it out right now. Their race is not done.
No, they are most certainly not, as we're heading now in through the S's up the hill to Le Cop. And it's going to be Ramsey getting extremely eager. Burakovsky, that weaving is going to cost him. Burakovsky's going to make a lunge, makes contact, in fact. There's going to be some arguing in the Discord potentially afterwards on that one. Ramsey Connolly, flash of the headlights, very upset. Nonetheless, though, Vadik Odstitsev in front, chasing down Will Campbell. Now Will Campbell is a bit of breathing room. 0.3 is the gap as it stands. Coming in there, you see the alternate line. We take Ramsey Connolly on the inside of Crocodiles. It's going to be not quite enough to get the job done now, and we have a couple more corners to go through Cheetah. You can see how conservative the drivers are. One more corner to go, and it's Ingwe as we round it now, and I think they're going to finish in the positions they are as it stands. Will Campbell in P13, Vadik Odstitsev in 14th, and Ramsey Connolly in 15th. We'll see after the race, like I say, how the discussion goes with that little battle. But what a race, my goodness. As we look here to potentially grab, I'm not sure, as I know Porshakov and Porshakov, I'm going to try to at some people in the Discord is what I'm going to try to do. So why don't we get back to the booth first off?
Oh,
that should be
Jesus.
step 1. But great race. Here's the guys in the truck. Get everything sorted. We head back into the Trackalicious Studios. Welcome back, everybody. We're back into the Trackalicious Studio. Great, amazing racing. That was so exciting. I cannot believe some of that action at the end. It was so incredible. I didn't even know the race was over. As we look here, hopefully Quinn Smith can pop into the interview room afterwards, as well as looking for Porshikov, Fabiano as well, excuse me. And Fabiano, not with their name in Discord as is. All right, and as we wait here, I know Quinn Smith we can just rudely drag into the green room because it's Quinn Smith, and I'm okay with that. And also, like I say, if you guys know Fabiano, if you guys could get Fabiano into the green room in Discord, that'd be amazing. Thank you guys if you could do that. Currently.
What a wow. I'm processing that. That was a lot of fun. That was Kyalami, as we said from the onset, Kyalami breeds really, really good racing. We had, of course, we had some shunts at the start. T1 is be like that, but that was a good race. Who we got in the booth?
We have our race winner in the booth with us.
How does that feel, Quinn? How's that feel to say? We get to say that.
It feels good after that, especially after that race. That was a fight.
Are you tired? Are you a little gassed after that one?
Definitely a little sweaty.
Yeah, I mean you're driving like a sweat, that's for sure. But hey, man, congratulations on the W. Are you ready for Barcelona? Not. We'll get there, right? We'll get there.
Yeah. In due time, right?
Yes. Yeah. Take it a day at a time, but get to practicing and good job driving the wheels off that 46. Valentino Rossi would be very proud of you. On to second place, Fabiano, the Italian-German driver in the Italian machinery. Nice job coming home P2. How was the battle with Quinn? What do you think of that Audi machinery in front of you?
It was sweaty.
It was. I mean, that's what he said too. So.
Yeah, I couldn't on the straight. He just drove so much faster than me. I couldn't really hold on even in the slipstream. There was like no keeping it in.
Were there any moments where you're like, maybe I can do this? There's got to be a shot somewhere. Were there any moments in this you had faith that you can get it done?
After the S's, maybe.
Oh, okay.
That was the point. Because sometimes I had a better exit of this corner, and I knew I have to dive it in the hairpin, or I just can't overtake at all.
You did.
So I mean, you saw.
Sorry to interrupt there, Blue, but you did make contact with that back marker at one point there when you were in the battle with Quinn Smith. How do you feel on that one? I'm just curious to get your opinion there.
I was very close on his back, and I didn't just expect him to brake a little bit earlier to let us pass in the inside, and I misjudged the situation and I just shove him a little bit.
A little, yeah, we can go with that. a little. Hey, man, he was a back marker in the way. You know, they should know better, right? They should know better. Get out of the way. No, I'm teasing, but yeah, I was proud of you. I commend both of you for taking Cheetah in those battles. Cheetah is such a make or break situation. We saw your other race leader at one point in time, Porshikov shunted off Cheetah in a battle like that. How is it navigating that specific corner, and you got to be so careful?
Yeah, especially after my car just had a tire problem. My tires were really dead at every stint at the end. And in that corner, when you're braking and just letting a wheel a little bit too much slidey, you're just into the gravel. You have to really be focused.
It's not fun, but yeah, I mean, you guys did a great job. Congratulations to both of you, and congratulations to P3 as well, who's not in here, but big shout out to them. I believe it was Porshikov that came in. I was so glued to your battle, and Mike and I were that the entire time. I feel a little bad. I'm not giving enough kudos to P3, but we were sitting there glued to that we thought it was going to go on for another 7, 8 more laps. So thanks for making it fun, guys, and we'll catch you in Barcelona.
Yeah,
Yep.
thank you guys, and congratulations.
Yeah.
And massive thanks to chat as well. Big thanks to you guys out there for all the follows and all the support, the raids from all of you amazing streamers out there as well. Thank you very much. And a massive thank you to Dominic Smedra, Blue in the booth next to me. Big thank you for joining me and providing me with some entertainment here on this 90-minute race, as well as the rest of chat, of course.
Now come get the handcuffs off, man. I need the key.
That's Eric's responsibility. I get locked up immediately after. And I'm Mike Noss, of course, in the booth. Thank you guys very much for these love, all the support. And we're going to be rating Whatever Fool. Once again, a very genuine guy. I know we've been rating him quite a bit lately. Not too many streamers live currently. But yeah, thank you. We're going to check out Whatever Fool. He's awesome. He's amazing. Amazing British streamer.
He's wild. He's an entertainer.
He's an entertainer, yes.
Enjoy, stick around, watch him.
Yep.
Have fun.
So thank you guys, and have a great evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in this fine world, and thank you.